everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Seafoam Bay. When last we left off, you guys had managed to not only fight off, but kill somebody, a knight of some sort. Something you're not exactly sure about who they were, what they were doing there, other than it had something to do with Acheron. Now, the trip out of the palace treasury was a lot quieter than getting in. Other than having to half-drag Acheron out of the Underbay, you managed to avoid any other additional complications. But getting back to the lighthouse, you get up to the top of the stairs, or get back up to the top of the lighthouse, step out into the little island. I can actually take us back to the map. Sentinel Isle. That's what it's called. Manage to make your way out of Sentinel Isle and realize something's different. There's an awful lot more activity on this island. Now that a curfew has been kind of bucked and there's a lot of lawlessness in the streets, it seems that even Sentinel Isle is not immune from, people being where they're not supposed to be. But as you guys move through Sentinel Isle, you don't find yourselves accosted by any of these figures. Mostly lone people wandering through buildings, scavenging. Looks like a lot of scavengers. And that comes with the additional problem, because you guys have your little batteries, your guys' shields to help ward off entropy. These people have nothing and are just out there, on Sentinel Isle, scavenging, salvaging, taking stuff as their own and reappropriating it for, you assume, returning home.
Zeta's not too bothered as long as everyone is keeping their distance and leaving us be.
Yep.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Acheron is too out of it to comment, but the ambassador's not. I'm sorry, so is it safe for them to be here?
No.
Oh. And what happens if they leave?
As far as I am aware, they will spread this entropy.
If they even get to leave.
Right. And we're not worried about that?
I'm worried, but I don't know what we can do. Warn them about the thing that they can't see or feel yet, until it's too late.
They could always be purged. Just letting that drop and set there.
I would like to avoid further bloodshed, at least for today.
I agree with that. And
And at that
decide.
moment, someone from this, the top of one of these buildings, that kind of, are built on the side of the path you guys are on, calls down, "Hey, you found anything good down there?"
To us?
Yeah.
No. Just as loud as he needs to, but Zeta is not one for expression in their tone.
Damn. Well, if you find... Oh, shit. What's their name? Hold on. I've got to go to my notes. This one. Well, I call dibs on the Snow Estate when I get down there. Gotta find me that... Shit, what's it called? Gonna find me that deed, and then maybe I'll finally be a lord.
Can't be a lord if you're dead.
Didn't you hear? The curse has been dead and gone here from years. No living person there's no living person for it to feed on.
There are things down there that'll kill you.
Better than being killed by the City Watch or the King's Marine.
They'll at least put you down cleanly. These things will eat you.
Still dead in the end either way. And with that, he disappears.
Far be it from us to stand between a fool and their death.
He disappears over the corner. I think Nadia would just comment, "That is unfortunate."
Yeah.
We've made our attempt, and without any expectation of recompense, we are already going above and beyond.
Yeah. Tells us all we need to know, unfortunately.
How unfortunate. You guys continue on, and you make it to the, what's the word? You make it to, you make it to the gate, no problem. And, it's, on the stretch of sandbar, getting yourselves out to the little barricade the barricade that had been set up. You find it's deserted. There's no one manning it. Just like it was when you guys first came in.
For as dangerous as this place is, it is a great dereliction of duty to leave their post. Surely they're dead.
It seems that something more important has come up. Whatever that is, I do not know.
Yeah, it was guarded before you even had to sign in, but I suppose they think it doesn't matter now.
Things are moving very quickly. I suggest we hurry. Where to?
Acheron mentioned a name. A Dateloff. Someone to be given this coin.
The cat agrees with you. I don't know if you hear him, but he agrees.
Do you hear that, cat?
Ah, man. Then I suppose it is off to Dateloff Estate.
I shall keep this coin close.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Tucking it into probably his coat of plates underneath his jacket.
Very well. And off to Dateloff Estate you go. As you will, well, let's take a look at the trip you guys are on to get there. So
Pretty
to go
long
from
trip.
it is, yes, you guys are crossing through Grey Quarter into into Memorial Park to get to Dateloff Estate, which actually I can send us all to this map instead. Dateloff Estate is right here.
Okay, I'm thinking of the factory is on
The other side of the
way
bay.
down here.
Yep, but Dateloff Estate itself is right here. And Seppa. No, that's my foot. You can't eat that. You'd think he'd learn by now, but yes, so
Very stoopy.
on your way down Main Street, you encounter several armed patrols. It's a little bit of everything. Some of it is King's Marine with those tanks. Some of it is King's Guard. Not King's Guard, City Guard. And some of it is private security. Especially security from Grey Estate. Now, the private security is just interested that you stay on the main road. They're not hassling you or anything. But at some point, the King's Marine probably does order you to halt and ask to see your identification.
I don't know if a demon has any identification.
We're going to say that you guys all have identification that's been passed from other party members to you, identifying yourselves as agents of Prince Tevanos. Because that go ahead.
I think the first thing when they asked that before showing this, that Zeta would try to use as identification is make the mark of Asmodeus. As like, I am a member of, the court of Asmodeus. But imagine they're like, okay, and?
Yeah, probably the guy sitting on the top of this steam engine goes, just... Okay, buddy, very funny, but mine is bigger than yours. You flip me off again, we're gonna have some problems. Now, patting the barrel of the gun sticking out of the front of this thing.
Which, by the way, are these like cheap knockoffs or rush to production models?
So these specifically look like they have been cobbled together from some damaged ones that were initially put out of commission from the riots.
Boy, Snell's going to have a lot to point out about. Even his design was not ready yet.
Mm-hmm.
So these things are probably kind of garbage.
Dang.
Yep.
But,
well,
big gun.
So it's probably just a design oversight. For example, during the First World War, they found that cordite fumes in high enough volume, are toxic to the crew and need to be evacuated. They only found that out after some of the first tank skirmishes, not skirmishes, but tank armored exploitations. They would find crews incapacitated or having to abandon their vehicles due to fumes. So maybe there's a little bit of that. Other issues is it doesn't really matter how much armor you have. Enough Molotov cocktails and either things will catch on fire or things inside get very hot.
Yeah,
which is not conducive to life.
Going off of the steam tank that this is based off of, The crew is going to have a very not fun time in there. It's one of those things where the crew is probably exhausted after a few hours of being in the tank because of how uncomfortable they are.
And by the way, it's a steam powered tank.
Which means those pipes
boilers. Yes.
Those pipes have a bad habit of bursting, and then someone in the crew is getting steam blown into their face.
Mm-hmm.
And its back is basically armored wagon wheels.
Mm-hmm. So, not perfect. This one has been cobbled together from scraps from other ones. And hastily put back together. But it seems like the gun works, and apparently that's all they care about.
That is the important part.
So,
but then
you show them your papers.
Mm-hmm. Got a picture here for Low. I don't think they've seen basically what these are based off of.
Let's see.
Oh yes, the what they're based off of. Yes.
Thankfully, they don't have to worry about getting stuck in a swamp.
Yeah, that would not go well.
Yeah. But they have their issues. Now, you guys offer your papers, and after a moment, they'll let you go on by. City Watch, they see you're armed, and they decide they would just want to keep a wide berth. Because all of them are more poorly equipped than you.
They have PC vision.
Like,
Yes.
Oh god, the player characters.
not the main character energy.
Walking around town like Dio, anyway.
Oh, Mukatunmugra.
So, you, yep. It takes you about an hour to work your way down the streets to get to Dateloff Estate. Standing at the front of this estate, you see that the gate and the front portion of the walls guarding it have recently been rebuilt and reinforced. And there are lots of guards wandering the walls. Armed guards. They all look like they're brandishing firearms. Unfamiliar to all of you. Something unique, experimental. But you get to the foot of the portcullis, and someone's standing on the other side of it. Ah, Acheron and friends. I'm assuming you're wanting in, then.
Yes.
What happened to him, if I may ask?
I'm talking to Acheron.
You're talking about him, yeah.
Yeah. Disabled by magics.
Yeah.
Hells. Just another problem. Well, let's hope Mr. Dateloff is in a good enough mood. Then again, he never is anymore. Open the gate. And it opens up 5-6 feet. Enough for you to walk under. They don't dare open it the full way anymore. Quickly, please. And you can see already, as you step under the portcullis, heads seem to pop out of this little neighborhood out of windows and other buildings as it closes behind you. People clearly interested in opportunities.
Mm.
They've been trying to get in for days now. Well, you're looking for Dateloff. Well, I can escort you. And he turns and... Hey, Beatty. No more sleeping on the job. You stand right here, Make sure anybody who's not supposed to be in, doesn't get in. Capiche? And this young-looking guard steps forward. He's got another experimental-looking rifle slung over his shoulder. Yeah, Sergeant, whatever. I'm serious this time. No booze runs. Yes, Sergeant. They give me kids. I asked for men. Dayloff said it wasn't in the budget. Follow me. What does the interior of Dayloff Estate look like?
The estate itself, like the manor, once you're inside, is the manor itself as a building is probably fairly small. It might even be smaller than forgetting our friendly base, basically, where we've been staying.
Cooper.
Yeah.
Yep, Cooper Estate.
The estate itself is smaller than Cooper Estate. And it seems like at one point it was decorated more garishly, more lavishly. The entrance hall still has this sort of gaudy black and white tiling, dark walls, all of that. But a lot of spots where obviously paintings and decoration had been hung and then had been taken down, and it's fairly austere now. The hallways are comfortable in their richness. There's no excess to anything like you would expect in a noble's manor.
I see. And as you make your way up through the estate, the guard captain, you're assuming, or sergeant, rather, leads you straight up to the center and then up to the central spire, where Dayloff has his private office. He knocks on the door 3 times. I don't think I need to remind Mr. Acheron, but to the other 3, please be polite. Master Dayloff's temper has gotten shorter by the day, and I don't want to have to scoop you out of the courtyard with a shovel. Does Sinel answer?
Yeah, eventually.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a quiet come.
He opens the door and motions the 4 of you in.
And Snell does not stand to look at everyone. They've obviously taken their chair out from behind the desk and are just sitting at one of the windows, looking out contemplatively as Maddie and Sadie toddle over on their little mechanical legs, inspecting the 4 of them, trying to find the right. I have too many lines for Maddie.
Gotta love Maddie. You all step in, the door shuts behind you, and you are inside Sinel's private office.
And Sadie even motions the 4 of them in with a,
Over here!
I'm sorry, Mr. Dayloff?
glances over and almost looks surprised to see the ambassador. And then Acheron sits back and... You'll forgive me if I do not stand at the moment.
Of course not. May I have a place to allow Mr. Acheron to rest? He has been leaning on her heavily, and more heavily so as time has gone on.
And he waves an arm, and unlike the last time that Dawn saw Sinel, they're no longer in the finery of, being at a meeting of all of the diplomats and all of the nobles. Just a simple shirt and trousers, not even all of the armor that they tend to wear. And sitting next to them is their cane. And they have like a brace along their right leg, along the knee, like a support joint. But he motions to the other end of the room. He's like, there's a lounge over there somewhere. Set him down.
She absolutely will. What are the two of you doing?
Zeta is standing comfortably by the door to allow me to not have to talk to myself.
That is perfectly fine.
Zeta is doing exactly what was asked of them, and they're not going to do more than that. That wasn't part of the agreement.
That's fair.
Yeah. Dawn's looking around a little bit, but trying to keep her attention on Sinel.
I'm assuming this office is full of odds and ends, eccentricities.
That sort of thing. It is clearly an office of someone who is not so much an industrialist, someone obsessed with the, proliferation of their things, as it is the office of an inventor. There's a lot of furniture that looks, again, like it was someone else's furniture. But since Sinel has moved in, a lot of it has been turned into tinkering stations. There's even on one of the tables what look to be very small clockwork automata that are ballerinas of some sort. You would wind them up, and with their clockwork, they would go through perfectly choreographed little dances. They're in various states of being put together or taken apart.
Cool. All right. I suppose Dawn would motion to Zeta and say, can you hand me the item?
And there's the briefest moment of that devilish hint of,
what you gonna give me for it?
This is part of the contract, is to give it back. But that hint of, if I were still a devil and I could just teleport back to hell, I would take it with me and just leave. But I can't do that.
No.
And maybe I don't want to do the bad thing for once. As Zeta does reach into their coat and hold it out for Dawn.
Yeah. Thank you, Zeta. And she takes it and shows Sinel. I believe this was the item that we were all seeking.
Indeed. And Sinel grunts as they try to stand up and then have to sit back down, adjust some straps and along the knee joint brace, recalibrate some things before reaching for their cane and standing up as the brace locks into place to help them walk. It's been too long. I'd nearly forgotten about this. Sinel reaches out to take the coin if allowed.
Guess Dawn would give a half glance to Acheron, but he's still kind of out of commission, so she allows it.
Pardon my confusion, but I thought you already had a soul coin? So what is so special about this one?
It is not because of the coin itself, as I'm sure your friend over there, immediately pins what Zeta is, pointing at them, can tell you. These are stock in trade in places far darker than even what this city's become. It's who's inside it.
Well, that's just the thing. The one with King Tevanos' soul in it, you do have. This is the one that Acheron said he needed to help you retrieve King Magnus's soul.
That's what it is. My mistake.
No, you're fine. You're fine. But it is interesting nonetheless.
I'm also assuming it's a case of like we need the other one as like there's other stuff in the coin other than the soul as like a binder. And we need to pull it apart.
That's just the thing, you know. Acheron has never been one to reveal his secrets. I suppose it is time to get him sorted so he can save us all from this life of torment.
Yes. Before more of my machines are misused.
Those are your machines?
My prototypes. Cobbled together. Half of them stolen.
Stolen? How does that work?
I invented these machines. And what prototypes I had in stock or being constructed to sell on contract, the King's Marine and others, no sooner than these riots began, stormed in and took them under property of the king.
That sounds like bullshit.
There are worse words I would use for it, but something like that. I don't care anymore. I made all of these to try and keep the base safe, and now they're being used to tear it apart. Perhaps she was right. He says, looking down and tapping his cane at the ground.
Perhaps who was right?
My guard. The one that the assassins took from us.
You mean Ares?
You remember her name, Ambassador? Impressed.
I make a point of remembering everyone's name that I meet.
Snow looks at, and for Dawn's perspective, Snow looks fairly human, but with some serpentine aspects to them. Green scales along parts of their face, snake-like eyes. When they speak, you can see they have a forked tongue and fangs, but they don't do the sibilant speech. Perhaps you are not as cruel as others would say.
Me? No, I am worse. I'm a coward.
Not allowing her piece on that to say or not say as she wished, as Sanel will move over towards one of his workstations, a normal step and then the click, click, click of the frame along his knee as he walks with his other foot. And he's going to go and probably get basically a smelling salt.
Something to wake Acheron up a little bit. Yep. You take, you probably have a bottle of that. And you unscrew the top, put it under his nose. Oh, shit. Okay. Is go time. I'm here.
You're finally awake.
Finally awake. Yes, what'd I miss?
You're in my office.
Oh, good. I was gonna have to get here sooner. Sooner or later. Jesus. He looks at Dawn. Did all of that really happen? Please tell me I accidentally tripped on some fucking good shit. Or bad shit.
Well,
Either.
it was
Either.
bad shit, but I dare say it happened.
So, the figure, they... Did he really call himself, Phlegethon?
Yes.
Near as we can remember.
Oh god, okay. You're not gonna let me leave until I explain, are you?
No.
I'm not going to let you leave until you fulfill your end of our deal, Acheron.
That too.
Okay. You got a 10th level spell slot, aren't you happy? No.
Well, that was Sinel, as he taps the
yeah.
cane expectantly on the floor.
Deal. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, I can do that, and I think I've got everything with me. I just, You want me to do this first, or you want me to explain what the hell's going on first? Actually, well, I've already given you the option, so...
Explain to them whatever it was that went on down there while I get the necessary equipment for whatever ritual you have in mind.
Okay, I just need, he gives you, like, a list of stuff. You have it all. And basically, it looks like a summoning circle on the floor with the coin from the treasury in the center, and the coin with Tevanos' soul on it on top.
And I think as they're probably doing most of the work, Maddie and Sadie, of gathering these things up. And Maddie's been around the block and has seen all this horrible stuff before. He probably looks at this sigil on the ground. She doesn't have a head, but shakes her body back and forth as if she's shaking her head with a...
Time to die!
Fully expecting this to go horribly wrong.
Horribly wrong, yep. Meanwhile, Acheron. Okay. Phlegethon was my brother. I'm guessing you gathered that already. I'm from not around here. Okay, look, the more I tell you, the less this is going to make sense and the less you're going to fucking believe me. But here goes. I am from a long time from now. And so is Phlegethon. And that's where his suit went back to after you killed him. Yes, I have the ability to... I don't have the ability... I can go from here to then. And I can come back. And what was supposed to happen is... I was going to come back. I was going to just do this one little thing. This little thing right here. And I was going to go right back home. Because all I needed was this thing. And that hasn't worked out. At least not the way I thought it would. The reason Phlegethon is there is... I don't know if I left some notes, or maybe I just wasn't as careful as I thought. And him and the rest of my brothers and sisters never really liked this idea of mine. But you can see he's just beating so far around the bush that it's not even funny. But what have you guys gathered from any of this yet?
At least time traveler.
Yeah. Time traveler.
Yeah.
I presume
Okay.
coming back to do one little thing that would change everything in their future.
Yeah. And he's like, and I know what you're thinking, paradox, this, physics, the particle, quantum physics, all that fun. Long story short is you will never notice. Time for you guys is linear. It will not affect you at all. As far as you're concerned, just forget anything I said about a fucking paradox. I've got to worry about that. But I could have fucking sworn, as clear as the records we have, I fucking laid it all out, piece by piece. I started to think that it was maybe all supposed to be that way. Paradox averted, right? But no, everything started to go fucking wrong the second I was 2 steps to the left of where I should have been. 2 fucking steps. And you noticed how everything went to shit after that. There's other little things that I didn't think were going to happen. For example, I didn't think it was going to be either of you two. The people I originally got in touch with, they were the ones, as far as history was concerned, was going to be... but no, I guess you can't trust paper records, huh?
No.
Anyway, we're gonna take care of this, and then I'm gonna go back, and then I'm gonna deal with whatever consequences come from that. Hopefully they've already got him in a chamber, and he's okay, and everything's fine. I hope. Otherwise, I'm in big trouble. Anyway, what Snell's working on right now, have you ever heard of something called a Library of Babel, Dawn?
No.
Okay, so there are a finite number of letters in our language, which means there are a finite number of combinations over a sufficiently large finite amount of time, right?
Okay.
So for example, if I took 50 characters, including spaces, so 26 letters, a question mark, an exclamation point, a period, a comma. Let's see, that is 31, 26, 27, 29, 31. I think it's 31, counting the space. Or maybe it's not. 31, 32. Either way, the math checks out. So, if you iterated enough times over 50 characters, and you created every possible combination of letters, spaces, and punctuation marks, guess what you've just done? You have created the answer to everything that can fit within 50 characters. The answer to where you're going to go to lunch tomorrow. The answer to where you went to lunch the past 3 days ago. If it's small enough, the meaning of life. And you see as they get longer and longer, let's say 3,000 characters. Shit, you just found the first chapter of Othello. You found any novel you were interested in up to that character count. Anything is in there. The private conversation of, say, the the monarch of Mormora, whatever their name is, I forget. You know the name of the monarch of Mormora? Yes, I know the name. Did you not listen? I am not from this time. Okay. Following, I think. Okay. So, the true Library of Babel, he says, pointing at that coin in the center of the circle. The true Library of Babel holds all infinite combinations of everything, every language, every length, everything, and every nonsensical iteration on it as well. So to 99.99999% of the world, it's completely and utterly useless. You go and find a book that has the battle plans for the impending Mormoran invasion. Sorry, I didn't. Fuck. You didn't hear that. But
Yes,
hypothetical.
looks up at that,
hypothetical invasion. I can't fuck up the timeline. Well, I can fuck. Anyway.
Wait for that.
Shh. The hypothetical battle plans, you're going to find an infinite number of combinations of them. And they may all be false, except for one. Or, if you believe in a multiverse theory, you should, they're all right, just for different multiverses. Or an infinite number of them are wrong, and an infinite number are still right for all of the multiverses. Because, dealing with the finite and the infinite and how they clash is tricky. Suffice to say, it is infinite knowledge for the right person. Me. Because when I'm from, let's just say things aren't great. And, well, we have been working towards a solution for that. Problem is, sometimes, no matter how many times you bash your head against the typewriter, Shakespeare never comes out because you're just a stupid monkey. But if, say, you were to develop the skills to hypothetically, and when I say skills, I mean, have you guys discovered genetics yet, or no? Looking at Sanel.
Have we discovered genetics yet?
That's entirely up to you. I'm thinking this is, at least scientifically, in terms of that, probably not in those words.
You're asking an inventor about scientific principles. I'm an engineer, not a doctor.
They're both science. Literally the same fucking thing.
Scientists are concerned of whether something exists. I'm concerned over whether something is practical.
You would be surprised. That being said...
Also, BRB super quick.
Yep. Make a very, very long story short. I am... they call me a codex. My job was to be the navigator through the Library of Babel. Problem, in our timeline, in our win, the Library of Babel was destroyed. You can imagine I took it a little hard when everything that I had been raised to do, everything that my purpose in life was forcibly taken from me. Just the ability to save what was left of our Earth. Sorry, I'm still a little pissy about it. In some ways, I thank you, because Phlegathon is the reason that it was gone. But I just decided, you know what? Let's just come back. Let's grab it. let's go home, let's save the world, and everything will be hunky-dory, right?
Hmm.
That was so long ago. Anyway, so you guys are going to get your monarch back, which, looking at Sinel, if Sinel's back yet.
Yes.
I can give you your... Look, let's just take it step by step. Let's go ahead and introduce yourselves to the monarch in that coin. And then we'll take it from there. But eventually, I'm going to have to take actually, it might just be easier to do it here. I will get the answers I need, one way or the other, and then I will go home. And everybody will be happy because I'll have found the answer to making sure that, the rest of our, what's left of us doesn't succumb to the great void. Anyway. I'm sorry, you said great void? I don't have time to explain.
Great. No one ever comes and visits me in order to talk about something nice.
The doorman did say that you are a little short-tempered as of late. Maybe that's why you don't have visitors.
Who said that?
I will not get people into trouble.
You're wiser than most. Or more of a fool.
We can discuss it later. All right,
More
Mr.
full of something. Anyways, Acheron.
Yes, all right. He shakily gets up from his... Yeah, excuse me. Shakily gets up from your lounge chair, steps over to the circle. Okay, if I can remember... Yes, it's just like this. Puts out his hands, and his eyes begin to glow. His tattoos begin to glow. Sorry. As the candles that he's had you place around the edges light themselves. But it's not an ordinary flame. It's a bright white flame that encircles this little area. And as the flames begin to grow more and more, it creates kind of a dome over the center of this circle. And before long, it has turned itself into kind of an opaque, white marble-ish structure with a door on the front. All right. So, you know what? You guys are good at surprises. What's one more? And he opens the door. Please, after the however many people want to come in.
Yeah, Zeta and Sinel will probably follow in along with Maddie and Sadie.
Yeah. Dawn knows it.
Alrighty. Perfect. And I think Nadia will enter as well. And then finally him, and he shuts the door behind him. Almost, I mean, you step through and realize that you have... Let's see here. Let's go to... Yeah. You've stepped into... Okay. Have either of you seen Doctor Who?
A little.
Parts of it.
Okay. Have either of you seen the episode where we are first introduced to Amelia Pond?
No.
No.
Okay. So, in that episode, they are on a planet that has been turned into a library. And that's exactly what this looks like. White marble floors, fluted pillars that reach up and up towards an almost unseeable ceiling. Library shelves rising like redwoods off of this marble floor. Standing in front of this balcony and looking out, you see there are other islands of these books stretching up and down across this unknowably vast expanse, almost like threads, all running the same direction in a canvas. But at such a fine scale, you can't see it. Oh man, it feels like home. How are you guys?
So this is your library.
Yep, I've spent, oh gosh, at this point, millennia going over it. Time works a little differently here. I mean, anyway. Suffice to say, we will be in and out before the spell fades, because now there's no one there to concentrate on it. Oh. Did I have you use silver dust, or did I have you use quicksilver? You pick either or.
Silver dust.
Okay, good. That buys us some extra time. I'm gonna have to consider getting us some moonstone dust next time. Dawn, Sanel, Zeta, the idea of turning moonstone into dust is unfathomable because of its value. Like,
I thought it was foolish that I turned it into wedding rings.
you did. Oh, the moon garden lady?
Yes, her. My mortal enemy.
Yeah, probably.
Said with
Don't
like
worry.
a loving way of saying my mortal enemy so clearly not a mortal enemy.
Well, I mean, oh, well, okay, at risk of destroying the timeline, she is the reason your lineage perishes, but that's neither here nor there.
Great. I never tried to have any children, so I know that she does, as I so often said, ends up being the death of me.
Oh, no. Like the Dateloft name. Like, not you, but you. Yeah, sorry. What? You think you're not going to have kids? Well, okay. I don't know if you have kids or not, but
Well, I'm sure
you've
my
got other
brother
family
has
that's not
plenty
dead yet.
I'm sure my brother has plenty of bastards kicking around.
Yeah, but these aren't bastards. Anyway, he turns and says, "We have somebody that we need to be meeting fairly shortly. Follow me." And he turns and leads you along the edge of this balcony. Like I said, each one of these, we'll call them pillars of bookshelves, are all stretched in parallel, like threads, I had mentioned before. But they're all infinitely long, with an infinite number of floors to each of them. All right, this one is... Let me grab one of these. He grabs a book. It is complete He opens it. It's complete and utter gibberish. Okay, we are... Oh, we're here. This is interesting. I'm sorry, sir, but when I am in a place that is supposed to be physically impossible, and my only knowledgeable guide says this is interesting, that is possibly the worst thing I could ever possibly hear.
I agree. What do you mean?
Well, apparently... We're in what we call the old sections. But as you can see, he says, motioning to the balcony, we're in one of the newer sections of the library. You have no idea how he can tell it's one of the newer sections of the library. Apparently it just is. Oh man, this is an elm tree. You can tell that because of the way it is. Closes the book, puts it back on the shelf. So apparently my theory was correct. That means that she should be... And at that moment, you hear a voice coming through the pillar. Hello? Hello? Is anyone here? Not too far. Ready to go meet your monarch?
Isn't that the entire point of being here?
Just down this aisle and take the first left. How can you know that for... never mind. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. And he motions for you guys to take the lead.
Alright. Dawn goes in the direction.
Yeah, Zeta probably will go towards the front as well. Zanel just can't move that fast.
Right. The reason he has you take the lead, as you'll notice as you walk down there, is he takes his time sampling different sections of the library. Pulling a book here, flicking through it for a moment before returning it to the shelf, grabbing another. But you guys head down, and at your first left, which feels like an eternity, but is probably only a few hundred feet, turn left. And you see yourself at the center of one of these cylinders. And at the center here, looks like a little... It's insane to think, but like a reading island. A small little, not small, small by this place's standards. About, 30 foot circle, more or less, of area filled with reading lights, furniture, and surrounding a small, crackling, warm bonfire. There is someone standing at this bonfire, hands cupped over their mouth. Hello?
Zeta looks to Dawn to take the first step. Probably don't want a demon to be the first person.
Yeah. Dawn approaches closer and says, "Yes, we're here."
Let's see. I've got to find the right photo because you're meeting a new person. Whoops. Is that? Ah, there we go. Yep. All right. Sanel, are you sure that somebody else hasn't found their way into this library? Because the person that turns around is not King Magnus. As a
Who
matter of
is it?
fact, you recognize her. She turns. A regal posture and adorned in the finery of a queen. Her hand drops to her side, resting on the pommel of a long sword and a handout. Stay back. Who are you?
Is this the queen?
You recognize
Slowly
her.
turning and looking at Acheron, Snow goes, "You idiot."
Sorry, just everything's in the right place. What?
This is Queen Tevanos.
Queen
Your
King, what
Majesty.
different? And Queen Should I know you?
No. As far as I understand, you died long before I was born.
How old is Sanel?
How long has it been since?
Well, Sebastian is 14.
Oh,
And she...
duh, so she'd have to have been there for that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think in my brain I was like, because the king was like a babillion years old, but he was cheating.
As far as you know, so is she.
We'll rephrase that to, you died before my family became upstarts.
I'm sure I would know their names.
Dateloff.
Dateloff.
Don't worry, my horrible father with his snake cult in the basement's dead.
Your father had a...
I thought that everyone knew that. Anyway. What matters is not only that you have been dead for some time, but now you find yourself trapped inside a soul coin, as we believed was the same for your husband.
A soul coin? What? That doesn't make... No, the last I remember I was... And... What do you mean? What... Explain.
What is the official story for, like, her death and the king?
So... There has... The official story that was given by Uther. Because as far as you know, Uther is the only one who was left alive after this event. But on the night of Sebastian's birth, assassins stole in to Castle Tevanos. According to Uther, with the intent of murdering the entire royal family, knowing that their guard would be down. And they were partially successful, killing Magnus. And before being fought off, wounding Nerida, Queen Tevanos, to the point that she died in labor. Sebastian being the only one to survive the ordeal. That's the official story.
And that's basically what Sinel would say, but preface it with, like, the official story is...
No, that's... No, I had just closed my eyes to rest after... This means Sebastian is alive.
Very much so.
Okay, Sebastian's alive. I'm sorry, I need a moment. And actually, I just heard something. I think my laundry is acting up. I need you all to give me just a moment. Please, talk amongst yourself. I have dropped 3 bombs on you guys in like 20 minutes, so
yeah,
there's stuff to talk about.
Well, Don, what are you thinking about all of this?
What's that sound? What the hell?
What the hell? Oh my god!
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, no, there's a lot going on. What the heck?
Yeah. The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
Yeah.
I just like the idea that the assassin swapped out Sebastian with like a bomb that turns you into a soul coin. So fucking Magnus's last words were just,
It's a bomb!
Yeah.
that's a good soundboard to break out anytime someone asks about a modern Disney movie and how well it did at the box office. It's a bomb.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if this is better or worse that now we can come and be like, get Mom, it's bad. The whole city's good. We need to get Mom.
Nah, for real. I don't know. Well, I guess it explains. It doesn't, but it does a lot about Acheron and why he's so secretive and weird. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. You're not even from here. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even go here.
You're not even from here. Where's your family? Go home. This is a lot.
Yeah. No, whatever he said about putting his brother in a pressure cooker or whatever to bring him back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, dang. Are all the other ones gonna come, or are they just gonna wait for him to come back? We'll
Yeah. Well, I guess we're gonna have to either figure out what happened to the king, or we're gonna have to figure out what's going on here, because also my book lied to me. The book told me to pick up that soul coin.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes me wonder who be pulling the strings. We'll find out.
All right. Anything interesting? Anything I should know about?
The book lied, didn't it?
The book lied?
The book was like, no, this is the coin you want, man.
You want to talk to it?
Yeah, actually, Zeta would step back and then, like, hold up the book and be like, this is not what we agreed to.
Oh, come on, man. What are you talking about? I am loving it out here. By the way, if you could take me out of your backpack every now and again, you got some shit in there that I think is gone rank.
This is not what we agreed to.
Well, hold on now. What did we... Hold on. Let's not get all finger pointy. What do you mean?
I'm breaking it out. Hold on. One moment.
Uh-oh. Did you actually write a contract?
No, but I'm breaking out my legal lore. I would like to re-roll that.
You can absolutely re-roll that.
I would like to re-roll my... I'm breaking out my legal lore!
You rolled a...
16.
16.
16 plus 12, 28.
Okay.
To be like, okay, is this motherfucker trying to get me on the fact that I asked for, like, a Tevanos? And he was like, well, this is one! You got what you wanted!
Which one did you want?
Pod?
Which one are you talking about? So, what are you asking him?
Basically saying, this is not what we agreed to, and then he's got this going on with the, hold on, buddy.
Okay, hold on.
Is he trying to out-devil a devil?
You agreed to... You're gonna have to remind me. What do you think we agreed to?
You were to find me the soul coin that would lead to King Tevanos.
And I did exactly that.
Holding the book up towards Queen Tevanos.
Yeah. Oh, you don't know. Oh, shit, man. All right, ask her. This is gonna be fucking hilarious. Ask her.
What am I supposed to
Give me 2
ask
seconds.
her? Well, now we'll never know!
Delay the end. Bye.
At least I got to pull out my legal lore.
What's that?
The last thing that Zeta said was, ask her what?
Ask her why she's in King Tevanos' coin. I fucking love subterfuge. Oh, when it all comes
put
out.
it in the backpack. As he's like, I love... What is it that... Yeah, step forward. We were supposed to be able to find King Tevanos in the soul coin, but we found you instead.
It seems you've been misinformed. You've only got me here.
Why?
Why? Like I said, I rested my eyes for a minute and it felt like I was asleep for a very long time. And now I'm here, and you're telling me that my husband is dead.
You are both dead, but your souls did not move on to the afterlife.
No, Magnus never wanted to be a ruler.
But a ruler he became, and enemies he made.
No. A ruler I became, and enemies I made, at least in public.
Zeta looking to everyone. Sinel like, what the fuck?
As I said, Magnus never wanted any of this. He just wanted to live, and I was more than happy to let him do that as Queen Nerida Tevanos, and in his place, I stepped in to do what I had to do for for our kingdom and to carry on our son's legacy.
This has all just gotten so much more complicated. Your son's
Yes.
regency board have just put the city under martial law. There's apparently a risk of outside invasion. And on top of all of that, looking to Akron, surely there's something that we can add on as a third to this trifecta of disaster that you seem to have drawn us into.
Oh, the Ivory Circle are headed toward the Starstone.
The what?
Oh, in the Underbay, there's the Starstone. Yeah, why do you think the Mormorans are on their way? Ah, shit, you didn't know that. I wasn't supposed to say that!
You
Okay,
already did. Well, now there's a doomsday cult that are attempting to reach the reach, and no doubt one of them tried to succeed at the challenge of the Starstone in order to achieve godhood.
Please, one moment. Alright. There's a regency, which means my son is too young to have claimed the throne, or are they withholding it from him?
He is 14.
That's easily old enough.
They are saying that they're holding it until he comes of proper age.
Proper age? There was nothing set in our contingencies for any sort of proper age. If... Do you think Sebastian is old enough to claim the throne?
I do not necessarily believe that he is, but that is not my decision to make.
I am talking about... Is he ready to be a leader?
He's as ready as he can be, so long as he surrounds himself with the right people. And the people who are trying to surround him are not the right people. And I don't even say this because of any sort of incentive to have my business rival disqualified. He's a bad man. He's killed my workers. He's stolen my inventions. All to keep an iron-tight grasp on the Regency Council.
Who? Wait, don't tell me. Is it Ravencroft?
There is the most smug motherfucker smile on Sanel's face right now. He goes, I knew that even the royals would have despised that little crap.
I swear... It's not Bailiff Ravencroft, is it?
Is that who it is?
No, his name's Dakota.
Yeah, Dakota Ravencroft.
His son? And not even his first son, his third? Oh, Jesus. This is why I always told Matt. This is why I always said I didn't want more than two. Because the third inevitably gets neglected and turns into that. Okay. Well. He's got Dakota Ravencroft. I'm going to assume the other three vassals, the other three large vassals are still there. The Beaumonts, the Greys, and let me guess, the Eternals.
How accurate was she again? I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names.
So the Beaumonts are correct, the Greys are correct, but the last one...
Oh yeah, the House Eternal.
Eris was the last of House Eternal, and they weren't doing good before she died.
House Eternal.
It was...
Like, Sanel's expression visibly turns. House Eternal died yesterday.
I don't under...
House Eternal was already in worse fortunes before your son's birth. Yesterday, Eris, who was my friend, was killed. She was the last of her line.
I'm very sorry to hear of your loss, and of a powerful ally.
I've seen that her estate has been turned over to friends.
Good. Then who's left to fill the fourth slot? Who has filled in that void in the time I've been away?
Beaumont, Ravencroft. Sorry, I'm pulling
Alistair.
up names. Yeah. The Pendletons.
No. Don't tell me. The Pendleton?
Alistair Pendleton, to be exact.
That man is the reason that we had to undergo such... That man is the reason that entropy came into our space. He decided he wanted to create... I tried to... I'm sorry, it is hard for... When I say I mean me acting as Magnus. I tried to warn him away from... I can see it now. He said, unlimited energy, unlimited magic, unlimited power, wielded in one space. Free energy for all is what he promised. And then the gods cursed us. You know, that's when they went silent.
You're not saying that he...
Yes, Alistair Pendleton, the mad scientist, is the one responsible for the severed connection between us and the gods. And almost as importantly, the entropy plague that wiped out half of our city.
Was there ever, for Zeta's benefit, was there ever rumblings of something like this in Hell? That a mortal had so spited the gods that the gods turned their back on the world?
It was ushered in as a glorious day, because if the gods are not there to act as a mediator, then no one is.
So they're the great sinner.
Yes. You're from the Hells, aren't you?
A part of me. The soul that once occupied this body is no more.
I'm sorry, I have not asked your names, so I understand Sinel, Dateloff. Come to think of it, I do remember seeing you when you were very young. I hoped that you would be a step in the right direction for the Dateloffs. I'm glad to see I was correct. You wouldn't have recognized me. I was... well, I look different.
I would not have recognized myself if I could see myself from back then.
Anyway, so, Dateloff, who are the rest of you?
I am Don Morrow of House Morrow.
Morrow. The prodigal daughter
I suppose so. I've had memories coming back to me all this time. I can't quite
Memories.
explain. I've forgotten many things. I believe I've been asleep for a long time. But under the sea, not in the way you've been.
You took up the silent watch?
It was what I lived for. To sleep.
I do not know everything of the morrows, but what I do know if you do not remember everything, then perhaps these words won't fall on deaf ears. The fact that you are here portends... It portends great tides of change. I certainly hope they're for the better and not for the worse.
Well, I believe I already betrayed the worst, so I hope you're right.
I hope so too. You, devil? Check your chart.
In the hells, I was called Zeta Marthrius. Here, I am called Zeta.
Zeta Marthrius.
I was one of the untold legions of tormentors.
Then what brings you to the surface? Or should I say to this plane?
I was brought here by summoners, a small cult of some kind. They summoned me here and attempted to bind me to their service.
Then I hope for your sake they got what they deserve.
I killed them all before your... And it would be hers, right? Before your librarian found me.
Rocca's still around, at least.
She's the one who bound me to this body. An inelegant solution, but I did not allow... My broken summoning did not allow her proper time to banish me properly.
I'm glad at least one of my old friends is still alive. There were... Hold on. I gotta pull up my notes because it has been a minute since I've looked over... It has been a minute. No. Okay. No.
Oh, my legs.
No to do, maybe?
Man, I started doing workouts now, and leg day hurts.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can't. It's one of those. Oh, my quads hurt so bad I can barely sit down.
Dang.
Yeah. Let's
People
see.
do this for fun?
Okay,
People are strange.
Oh yeah, I love these micro tears.
Oh yeah, kill me.
Oh, my shoulder. Fucking pains. God, I love Gachimuchi memes. Why would you say something like that? It's macabre.
Macabre.
What sort of dialogue would you expect from vintage gay porn?
Jesus.
That's where all of that, like, oh, my shoulder, or you ripped my fucking pants, or fucking slaves, get your ass back here.
Okay.
And then Japan got a hold of it and couldn't understand what they were saying and went, this is funny. Oh, shoulder. Be that on a soundboard for when like Dawn does 150 damage to some. Oh, my shoulder.
Let's see here. Nope. Is it in? This is one of the bad things about World Anvil. I can never find anything. Let's see here.
I can't believe the story you're telling me. It's macabre. That's what it is.
Okay. You know, there used to be 6 of us. Back when we were young, scrappy adventurers like everyone else, it seems. So, Rocca is still alive. Tell me, did Roland ever show up?
Who?
Oh, not Roland. Yes, did Alaric ever show back up?
Is that the name of the evil wizard?
No.
Okay. I was like, who? I feel like we've heard that name before. I'm looking for my big book of people.
Alaric Swift may not be in there. Let me take a look here. It would be under... No. Alaric is not there. I think Sinel would know the story of Alaric. Basically, one of the original 6, the party members that turned the tide against the Corsair invasion, and consequently disappeared off the face of the earth. Most people think they went and died in the Underbay, but that's never been confirmed.
As far as the world's concerned, Alaric is dead.
So he still hasn't showed himself. Good to know. You seem very confident he is not expired. Well, of course. It's Alaric. He's not going to just die in the Underbay. That's not something he does.
Too stupid to die or too brave to die?
Too intelligent to get caught somewhere he doesn't want to be.
Man after my own heart. If only anyone else in my own band could reach such lofty goals as intelligent.
Hey, I resent that. I don't know why I feel like I should, though. That's Acheron.
Yeah. Not you. The fools I went out on cost me nearly a leg.
Oh, you're talking about the lady who's gonna be the death of you. That's right.
Literally, apparently.
What else?
The rat gnome.
The rat gnome.
The one who's founding his own little adventurers guild.
Wait, he's a rat? Or is he just a gnome? Like,
He's a
because
gnome,
my
but he
books
might
say
as
he's
well
a gnome.
become a rat.
Okay.
He a rat, or is he a gnome?
Or is he a muppet?
Nobody knows. Okay. Please tell me the garden is still there in front of Castle Tevanos.
Is the garden still there?
Yes, you have passed by the garden every time you've gone up. I haven't
Yes.
mentioned it, but there is a giant walled garden that is rumored, and she'll confirm it, to be the grove of a druid.
Oh. Your druid
Okay.
grove is still there. And thankfully for everyone involved, the Moon Gardens haven't touched it.
Oh no, well, the Moon Gardens. Why do I recognize those troublemakers? That's right. Tell me, have their children come to the bay to cause trouble as well?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. Sinel
Because-
says, looking very, very tired. Sinel gets tired just thinking about Mooney.
Let's just say Willow has not forgiven Magnus, me, for, having them, making a mutual agreement with them that they should, in fact, stay out of the city.
Trust
Apparently
me,
they
it's
were
better-
great company.
The city's better off the further away they are. But I feel like this is hardly the time or place to be dishing hot goss, as they would say.
Like I said, it's only going to be like 10 seconds by the time we're out of here, anyway.
Maybe I'm just not good at dishing hot goss, then. I'm not on my
Donis-
bitch arc, or whatever it is Lotus would call it.
I'm Lo. I'm not sure how to explain this, but previous person from a previous campaign, Lotus, the Moon Gardens. Lotus was
They were a band of- Yeah, they were a band of fuckboy druids, an entire grove, an entire weird family of fuckboy druids.
Yes. Yes. That being said. Alright. So, I take it that there's no one else in a position to... I hope... I don't know. Alright,
The
so...
only ones who were aware that you were even here, Your Majesty. Well, again, we thought that Magnus was here.
If it helps you to call me Magnus, call me Magnus. I'm... 50 years of it, I'm used to it.
I think I will call you by your name.
It'll be strange, but I think I'll get used to it.
Are
So,
we still able to release their soul from this place, Acheron?
let's finish this conversation and then I'll give the bad news. How's that sound?
No.
So that's a no. Says
I
Zeta.
didn't say it was a no, I said it was bad news.
You are quite fond of not delivering good news.
I'll say.
Yeah.
We're all
here,
like,
what-
"Base, fuck over Acheron!"
Look, let's just okay, you guys finish your conversation. I need to go start looking for things, especially since this place gets bigger every moment as
You
more
know, Gunnar,
history is
I
written.
will say one thing though.
What's that?
At least when Acheron is delivering that he can't give us good news, he's not saying the line.
So, I haven't
Yeah,
been entirely honest.
entirely honest with you.
Oh
There-
god, I miss Bob.
Yeah, I will just, for Lowe's perspective, I will just give the limerick another player has made about the character Bob, which is, there once was a dwarf,
Who's a
what
dwarf?
named Bob,
What name Bob?
who lied to us about a job. He lied about facts, stuck a knife in our backs, and then we spent a whole campaign to punch him in the gob.
I love Bob. He's great. Especially to
Bob-
people who
Bob
haven't met
Continuum.
Bob and his shenanigans.
Yeah, but then
I'll
there's
never be
me
able
and
to-
Mira, who have been dealing with Bob since
2020?
No,
No,
before
since-
then.
Have you guys been dealing with
2015.
Bob for close to was it 2018 or 2016?
I think it was 16. So yeah, we've been dealing with. I gotta tell
Almost-
Mira that after this. I gotta
Almost
tell. Hey,
a
Mira.
decade. You
We've been
have
dealing with Bob and the fallout of Bob for about 10 years. The Industrial Revolution and its Bobsequences.
Ah, that makes me happy. Ah. Bob is my child. My awful, terrible dwarven child.
To think that all of this started because we kept making jokes that Bob can't hit shit.
So I decided to turn into the largest mastermind ever.
I wouldn't even
The
say
largest
mastermind, just
BBEG the world has ever seen.
largest shit thrower the world has ever seen.
I mean, he did start going to multiverses and collecting other Bobs for his Bob army.
Yeah, the Bob Continuum.
The Bobiverse.
Into the Bobiverse.
Oh, God. But
This is a canon event!
it's a fixed point in time, baby. You can't get out of this one.
Bob screaming at us all about canon events as he pulls out a gun, shoots, misses. And so is that a canon event? I can't hit shit.
Okay. But yes, he's going to go off to do that while we finish this conversation here, because Nerida will ask, okay, so my 14-year... it's been 14 years. My 14-year-old son is under the thumb of a regency who have people like the Pendletons on it. Ravencroft is up to his demonic ways.
I feel like hearing demonic ways, Zeta gets a look like, I'm offended that you would group me in with this guy.
We have the Ivory Circle that... Okay, what's their story? Something about a star? What?
They're a death cult that believes something or other about the world being wrong and needing to be destroyed in order to return it to the moon or something asinine like that. And no doubt the way they plan to do it is, surely, Your Majesty, you have heard of the Starstone.
I am afraid I haven't.
Oh boy, I get to explain that too. Alright, the Starstone, for those of you uninformed. No one knows exactly where it came from, only that several exist in the world, in strange places that often become the center of events. Anyone who can reach the Starstone and fulfill some sort of challenge it provides, attain true godhood. Yomide, the goddess of justice, was one such person, who fulfilled the seat of her own god who had died. Then there's Caden Kalian, the drunkard god, who took the challenge and won it on a bet.
This is starting to come back to me now. So, this cult leader of this... They think they're worthy of the Starstone Challenge?
Apparently.
And who, pray tell, is this magnanimous leader?
When last I discussed it with people that Lo were working with, their name was... /me looks at all of the names again.
Jarek.
Jarek. Okay, because I think he had given me a different name.
He did give you a different name, but you discovered later his name was Jarek. And there was a title attached to Jarek's name. What was that title?
Oof. I forgot his name was Jarek.
Let's see if I've got it in the Book of People. Let me me take a look here.
And that was not a dismissive like I would remember something Gunnar told me.
No, I mean, why would you? I wouldn't.
It's just I'm bad with names.
Nope, you're fine. Actually, I don't have him there under. I have him under Cassius Lysander.
Cassius Lysander.
Yes, but you were given the name Jarek, King of the Corsairs, or former King of the Corsairs.
He calls himself Jarek, apparently.
I'm sorry. Did you? You didn't say Jarek, did you? Jarek,
King of the Corsairs.
You flush a man down a whirlpool like a giant toilet, and you still can't get rid of him.
You have a friend of yours who, against all advice, imbibes an evil concoction that fills them with the darkest shadows of their own soul. And they still blame you for it. Now, trust me, I understand what you're going through, Your Majesty. If only people stayed dead and listened.
Yes.
Nothing stays dead anymore.
Nothing. Speaking of, there is also the matter of slight impending invasion. Oh, great. I've never heard that one before. By who this time?
My inventions should hopefully at least forestall your invasion, Ambassador. Not yours personally, but you know what I mean.
Only if they know about it, and unfortunately, I am not sure the news is making it home. Can someone tell me, please, who's invading?
Sea elves, Mormorans, whatever they wish to call themselves today.
I don't think I've had the chance of meeting them. We are new to the Bay. Very new. At least us. All of your history hidden away under the Underbay, that's us. Wait. Is the Starstone not down there?
At least according to what Acheron said.
Merde, that is what they are coming for. They wish to claim it for themselves. Mon Dieu. I hate working for my government some days.
No offense to you, Ambassador, but I hate your government as well.
Great. We all hate the people coming from under the ocean to take our stuff. Great. Just like old times. Okay. So, first, we get out of here. I kick the Regency's ass. I grab Uther by the scruff and have politely ask him what the hell happened 14 years ago. Hug my child for the first time, like the dad who walked out to get milk and cigarettes. Oh, that's going to suck. Deal with this uprising and Ravencroft.
I would be more than happy to help you with that.
Sinella, as far as I'm concerned, you are my right-hand advisor from here on out. I'm afraid I can no longer...
Sinel has such a big fucking smile. Sinel thought that they were going to get political favors, and they got political favor.
At this point, you are the... when everything was lost, you were the one who took the effort to make all of this happen, to make me here, and to give me a second chance at life.
As much as I'm going to regret saying this, let's not count Acheron entirely out of it.
You hear the echo from the library. I heard that.
I gave him credit. You all heard it.
That's why I'm telling you.
Idiot.
Apparently sound travels in here. Have I missed anything?
That's
Anything from our list other than 14 years?
No, I don't think so.
You seem to have the long and the short of it, Your Majesty.
I think it'll be good to be back. Good to not have to pretend to be someone I'm not.
I will
I think I look
warn
forward to it.
that I doubt that they will listen to you straight away.
I have spent the past 50 years spending every waking moment illusioned to look like my now dead husband. I think I can handle a couple more days pretending to be him if I must.
Sano holds up their hands in, alright, you win!
I think until... We'll just have to play it by ear when we get there. I don't trust Uther right now. According to your story, he is the only witness to what happened. And unfortunate for me, I was resting. I don't know what happened. But it gives me... Let's say I'm worried. Now, you guys have met Uther. Well, okay, maybe your characters specifically haven't dealt with Uther, but other characters have dealt with Uther. Uther has been nothing but... Actually, Snell's dealt with Uther. Uther has been probably the one reason that Sebastian is... would have been even moderately successful as a ruler.
For what it is worth, Your Majesty, I believe that Uther is the only reason your son isn't a raging asshole.
Do you know why we lived as long as we did?
No. I've always wanted to, though.
We made a deal with a druid.
That druid being the one that you mentioned earlier.
No, unfortunately.
Uh-huh.
The Moon Gardens.
Ow! So now just fuck!
We were... At the time, we thought it was a gift. Made honorary members of the Moon Garden family. With it came slower aging. Having never been to the Moon Garden, let's just say we are still mortal, but our aging was greatly reduced. That was me and Magnus. I've never learned how Uther managed to obtain... Well, let's just put it this way. He was in his 60s when we first met him. Nearly 80 years ago. I don't know what's kept him alive for this long. And that's always given me pause.
Could Zeta make a hell lore check to see if they remember perhaps maybe it was a deal with a devil?
Sure, go ahead.
Please, Satan, I've been very bad this year.
Are you happy with the 27?
Oh, it's a pretty good roll. It can't get much better than that.
Okay. As far as you know, there are people in the Bay that have taken those kinds of deals, but you don't recognize Uther as a name for it.
I do not believe that Uther made a deal with us, for what it is worth. But then again, my purview was not in the deals with mortals, but in the exaction of retribution against sinners.
Fair enough. Is what it is. We will talk to him when that moment arises. So, I think we're just waiting on Acheron. Yep, I am right here, and give me just a second to look through the...
Oh boy, what'd you break this time?
I did not touch anything I wasn't supposed to. I didn't touch anything I should have. He's looking at a tome in his hands, and... Oh boy. Is that... You know, that's the thing about... Maybe I should have gone further back. But then again, I don't know how it got there in the first place, and trying to figure out where it was before all of this would have been difficult, if not impossible. So this is a lot smaller of a library than I'm used to. That made me happy. I was able to find a section with some answers, and I have bad news.
Uh-huh.
Yep, everything I did is for nothing. It all sucks.
What do you
So,
mean?
while you guys stay here, I'm going to have to go to the other end and start digging some more, because there's another infinite section over there. I'm sorry, we cannot just sit and wait. After all, you said yourself we're on a timer. Oh shit, I did say that, didn't I? Fuck. Okay. So, let's get you all out of here. Yeah?
Are you going to explain any of this to us?
I don't really want to.
What's
You're
going
gonna
to
make
happen?
me?
Have to do with that? No, what
I'm
was
sorry.
that, Lo?
Yeah, go ahead.
I
Lou.
was like, what do you mean? What's going to happen to you?
I will come. I will come with you guys.
Do not come!
I will come with you guys. There feels like a very big S. It's the butt in there.
Sinel says with Acheron involved, there's always an ass involved.
Okay, so funny story. Okay, I can tell you guys, or I can just show you guys.
Perhaps it would be more advantageous if you showed us.
That's the answer I was hoping for. Everybody, let's go back to that door.
Yeah, Zeta will lead towards the door. It was kind of Zeta's plan to be like, just tell us, man. Just tell us, you fucking fuck up.
You guys head towards the door, and he'll say, okay, all of you guys step out there, and Queen Nerida, you're going to have to stay with me a minute, because all of this is going to happen very fast. I don't have a ton of time to explain. All good? Do I have a choice? Not really. I mean, you either stay here or go back in the coin, or you just let me do what I'm doing.
At least
I will
he's being
see.
honest, Your Majesty.
Why is it the smartest people lack key conversational skills?
Snow quirks
Hey.
their brow like that is also an attack on them.
Hey, look, I'm a scientist. Well, okay.
Got the
I'm a
scientism.
codexist. What's that?
Yeah, so I'll just mumble, you've got scientism.
Look, I'm a codexist, not a codexer, if that makes any sense. Absolutely none at all. Okay, you guys don't have that word. Scientist, not science communicator. Does that make sense? Looking at everyone else.
What use is science in hell?
Look, buddy, let's just say things aren't any better for your little place down there in my timeline either. In my time either.
Honestly, probably doesn't look wholly convinced because right now you hear that as a devil and you're like, bro, what are they gonna do? It's hell.
Well, let's just say what happens when the fires go out. Sorry, I can't. I keep fucking doing. Anyway, go ahead. Zeta, the fires of hell going out. What?
Did we lose the blood war?
So yeah, if you could all just go ahead and shoot, and Nerida, you stay with me. We'll close the door, and this will all be bing bang, boom. All taken care of.
Bing, bing, bong. Bing, bing, bong.
You guys, I'm assuming, step through the doorway.
Yes.
Shut the door behind you. You step out of this dome into this room. And wait. This dome starts to shrink slowly and compress further and further until it's all the way down to about the shape of a person. As the as this circle begins to swirl, actually rotating on top of the floor, all of your lines, and begin to morph into something else. Something different. And then all of the candles blow out. This white light compacts down into nothing. And then there is an explosion of white light. You all have to shield your eyes from it. But as the light dims and you pull your hand back from your face, you see that standing in front of you two is Nerida. She crumples to her knees for a moment before slowly drawing herself back up onto her feet. Out of the library, she cuts an imposing figure, well over 6 feet tall, broad shoulders, still dressed in that armor, complete with that sword. But there's something a little bit different. I need both of you to make me perception checks. let's take a look here. All right, perception of 25, and for...
See. Did that work?
No, does not look like.
My mouse is just the loading icon. It's been the loading icon for like 15
Oh,
minutes.
really? Would you like me to roll it for you?
Yes, please.
All right, I will hit the button for you.
Thank you.
Except that wasn't the button. Hold on.
Oh.
That's the perception button. There you go. Damn.
Well, la-dee-da, Mr. Frenchman.
Me? French?
No, it was a... Do you got anything in the garage? The garage? Well, la-dee-da, Mr. What do you call it? A car hole.
Car hole? The Brits would say, no, it's where you park your car. It's the car park. And I go,
That's
okay.
That's a parking lot.
No, that's a car park. Or,
It's just
sorry,
like,
the garage.
What do you call the place that you put your shopping cart when you're done with it? If you're not a psychopath and just leave it in a parking spot because you actually are like proof
That's
that
a
humanity
corral.
is evil.
That's a
Yeah,
corral.
It's a corral, right? No, according to Steven from Tennessee, it's a buggy barn.
It's a
Ooh.
fucking what?
Yeah, one, they're not called shopping carts, they're called buggies.
That's not a
It's the-
buggy. You ride a buggy.
The buggy barn.
Okay, and by the way, no one calls them a buggy, it's a wagon.
It's
Should I start calling it the wagon warehouse?
No,
That's
but I
fine.
know what I'm going to name my store now. Welcome
Buggy
to Wagon
Barn?
Warehouse, where we sell all your Oregon Trail needs.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm copywriting that. You can't. No. Gonna need that.
Welcome to Peel's Deals, where you can get some steals. Neil Peel's Wheels and Deals. That's what it was. That's the name of a car shop.
Jesus. You notice that something's different from the Nerida you met in the library. This Nerida has blue eyes. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out I didn't just make an ass of myself. 2 seconds. Sorry, it's not eyes, it's hair. Her hair is a different
Oh.
color. It's
Hair's-
not that dirty blonde, it is a... it is closer to... it looks like it's been tinged with some gray and some streaks of dark raven.
Okay, so she's not. She still has a soul. There's no ginge in the minge. So she
Right.
still has a soul.
Oh, that fool. Is everyone out okay?
Yeah. Are you out? Are you the same?
Well, not exactly. After you left, Acheron explained that the only way that I was going to be able to step foot out here is if I had a mortal body, as I'm sure Zeta would understand. So we traded places. As she fishes out of a pocket 2 soul rings, now fused together. 2 soul coins now fused together.
He left himself within the coin.
He wished for more time to see if he could figure out where his answers were in the library, and realized he couldn't do it on the timetable that we afforded him. So, it looks like we're back to square zero. I am here, he is in there.
If he is in there, then he can no longer fulfill his contract to me.
That's not quite true. He did give me this. She reaches in her pocket and pulls out another soul coin. He said to give this to you. That he would call
In
it
honor.
a forward payment.
In honor of services rendered.
Reaching out and taking it.
This one is empty, Zeta. You can feel it. It's an imperceptible weight shift. But also, it's not glowing.
This does leave the matter, though. What will you do?
I promised Zeta that, I promised Acheron that we would sort all of this out. And then I would find a way to return him to this world. His words in response to that were, well, if they trust you as much as they do, then there's no reason for me not to do the same.
Very well. Then I
God,
suppose I will assist you in the matters to come. They may become violent.
What deal shall we strike, Zeta?
No deal.
No?
I will aid you of my own accord on this.
And once you are done with that, I will assist you in any matter you so desire. If you wish to return to the Hells, we shall find a way. If you wish to find a life here among us, then you have all of my resources at your disposal.
Perhaps I will find a way to live amongst
Looking at Dawn and then back.
friends, I believe is what it would be called. I still do not entirely understand this concept, but some have attempted to teach it to me.
Then hopefully we can grow that bond together, learn together because of it. What are you going to do, Don Morrow?
Well,
I'm assuming your grandfather is deceased?
yes. But in a matter of
Which is
anything, I
why-
believe. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'll be following Zeta's lead this time. Yes, I will help in any way.
There's a very small half smile from Zeta looking at you, Dawn, and says,
How strange is it that one led by gods would take lead from a demon?
Dawn, I have something here for you as well. She pulls out of a pocket a crumpled piece of paper.
I take it.
This is also from Acheron, and he said to give it to you if I felt that I could trust you to be whole once again. Knowing what it's like to be deprived of that completeness, I would have done nothing other than give this to you. Open it.
Yep, Dawn takes it and opens it.
You open this page, and anyone else who can see it, it's not a word, it's a symbol. But to you, Dawn, It's everything.
Mm.
Your memories start to flood back, filled with answers to questions long since missing. In but a moment, your mind has been restored to what it was before. Before all of this, before the great sleep. How do you feel?
Yeah. As her memories come rushing in, the blanks are filled in, right? And so pieces that she didn't understand before come back. She remembered she was some sort of prodigy. She was the prodigy. And she was being sent back to the home. She was asleep in Seafoam Bay for like 100 years, like the watching, the observer, the beacon, whatever you want to call it. They wake her up to tell her that she is to inherit the entirety of the Morrow cult. They put her on this boat and they're sailing there. And it's as if nature itself is protesting it. There's storms and crazy stuff happening. And really, more than anything, she just wants to sleep. And after observing people in Seafoam Bay for 100 years, she saw how many different people, different lives, different ways of worship she observed. And she'd rather watch it than be what she is. So she goes to sleep. And everyone else on the ship presumably dies. But as she's sinking into the water and sleeping, she can't see anything. She's just kind of there in that limbo, in a time so still that of course she forgot everything. But she does remember one thing, is that when it was time to wake up, it was the warmest feeling, like being in front of a hearth. And she finally felt like something else had claimed her fate, or at least left a door open to where she could choose it herself. That was her connection, before she even knew it, to the other goddess, Ms. Luda.
Ms. Luda, yep.
Mm-hmm. And then that brings her to the other port town she was in, and the weird orphanage convent thing she got involved in, but basically what raised her in a second life. So as all of that comes back, she is disturbed and saddened by her previous actions, because they did come from selfishness. Just to want to go back to sleep, didn't care about anything. But she does respect herself in the sense that she disrupted a cycle that, even with her memories back, she doesn't know this, but it would have been the worst thing to happen. Because she wouldn't have even been herself had she gone there. It would have been a whole mind, soul swap thing. She would have died, and it would have been very bad. Because old man and young body means a lot more power. Yeah. But anyway.
No, you're good. I appreciate all of that, because that gives me something to riff off of. You do know one thing about the Underbay. You know that there is a large army, several hundred cult members currently sleeping under the bay, waiting to be woken from their watch.
Yes. Okay. And yeah, as she realizes this, she speaks up and says, well, it's been a while. She's just kind of been like, for like probably 10 whole seconds, if not a little longer. And as the fog clears, I guess, she just says, well, I believe I have we have more than enough help to solve some of our problems.
Oh, really?
Yes. Many, many hands that I believe I'll be able to control.
Good. It sounds like we're going to need every one of them. Speaking of hands, Sanel, how quickly can we arm those loyal to the crown with with firepower, hopefully enough to even the odds?
Quickly enough, especially if I can get men to crew my ironclads.
Your ironclads?
Steam-powered ships, faster than using sails. They use steam engines, and due to the added power, can be completely armored.
I
In
just
high-grade
realized
armor.
those things have cannons and dragon. What do you call them?
Dragon killers.
Oh, Jesus.
And they are
Okay.
armed with one of my favorite inventions, the Dragon Killer.
I should like to see one of these as quickly as possible. So, we have the service of an archdevil. I don't care if you're not an archdevil, you are to me.
Perhaps one day.
A leader of an army of magic users. If you wish to be called a cult, I can do that, but...
I'd rather not. Let's just stick to army.
An army of magic users. And you know that magic is incredibly rare in the Bay the past 20 years. Magic users, that is. There's
Right.
probably less than, I think I ran the numbers once, it was like 3,000 magic users left in the Bay. And they're composed of people that were either not in the Bay when entropy happened, people who were already reclusive enough that they didn't have any outside contact with the world before entropy, and those that suffered the effects of entropy somehow did not die and are living with those consequences, and the very few who were normal everyday people that didn't get exposed to it. Here you have 300 people well endowed with magic, well enough that they're able to turn themselves into, a silent observer.
Yes.
300 very powerful magic users. In the right place, at the right time, that's an unstoppable force. Especially since now that your memories have been awoken, several of them were specialized in magics seemingly long forgotten for good reason.
Yeah.
This is what I like to refer to as battle magic. The kind of magic that you imagine in the fantasy novels or the movies. The wizard that's able to conjure a giant tornado of fire. The wizard that's able to call a hurricane on command or a whirlpool to appear and sink an entire armada. The kind of magic that is only useful to do one of two things: destroy an army or destroy a city. That being said, let's see, who have we missed? Oh! So, what say you, Miss Ambassador? Ansai? I am in desperate need of a liaison. a voice between me and this fleet that is headed inexorably our way. I need ideas on what we can do to dissuade them. If they come, then it shall be what it shall be. But I would like it not to come to that. Is there anything we can do to avoid their arrival? Is possible, but not easy. First and foremost, I would need to take care of the replacement ambassador, the person who they put in charge after I was so indisposed. Sounds like we need to pay a visit to Castle Tevanos, then. Indeed. I think it is best if I don't know. Looking at Zeta and Dawn, we have, it sounds like, 4 different objectives here. What do we handle first?
We need to get our king back on their throne, do we not?
I think that is in order.
Yes.
In which case we will need Mr. Dateloff's soldiers at our side, no?
I believe... I do not know. I believe they will allow us in. What do you think, Miss Tevanos? I happen to know a secret passage of sorts that... a tunnel of sorts that will let us into the... into my castle unobserved. I think the sooner we meet with Sebastian and Uther, the sooner we can rectify the situation. We may not need to harm our own people at all. If we can get the King's Guard on our side, then I think we'll be in a decent position to at least take the castle.
All the same, I will at least marshal my force in case they are needed. But we will not
Please do.
strike first.
Please do. I expect the King's Guard should follow us. I am hopeful that the King's Marine will, but if they do not, I should imagine that the Ironclads would make short work of the Navy. What else? Well, actually, I think that is it. I think we have our work cut out for us. First to Castle Tevanos, and then I think we spread out. Cover our own separate resources. And face the challenges to come. Thank you all. And I think there is a good time as any to call it for the night.
Yeah.
So let's get some started with some sign-offs. Let's start with Lauren.
Okay. This is Lauren or Low at 36 on Instagram. Playing Don Morrow and Seafoam Bay. Y'all just got the background that I kind of had worked up for her, so that was cool. Make that connection. And yeah, playing with that in the story, and then get our salt relatives. Well, get our relatives out of the salt, and then get them to do some shit for good for once.
Good for nothing fucking relatives always coming out of the salt at Thanksgiving.
It is Thanksgiving. Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty. Go ahead, run.
Hi ho, friendos. My name is Ron, otherwise known as Nahik. I'll be here today play two characters because one of them's a legacy character, one of them's a new character, and the new character is over here being called Zegan, and he's a devil, and the other one is Danelle De Lava, and he's a big snake man. You can also catch me here every Saturday, depending on the Saturday. I believe this upcoming Saturday we're going to be going on to 5, and I hear 5 and here, and I'm to 73, and then I believe this Saturday we are going to have Lands of Lazarkin, the D&D 3.5 campaign, where I play Arthur Tiller, who is, the leader of the bunch. You know him well. Well, he's finally back with the main character sword. You can also catch me here every other Saturday that is not that Saturday, so not this upcoming Saturday, but every other Saturday. You can catch me in Nappel, New Amsterdam, 2.0 hour 2.0, because it's the second game in this setting, where I play Tariq Badubara, who is kind of an animal, you could say. Just a little bit of an animal. You can also find me in all of that, and maybe stuff that's upcoming in the future. Who knows? I'm waiting for some people to get back to the channel. Computer King, if you are hearing this now, you're our only hope.
Aren't you telling me? Speaking of... No. No.
Yeah. And then he pops in, he's like, what's up?
Right. Alright. So I guess that brings it back to me. Hello everybody, my name's Cyrus Smith. Today you caught me running Seafoam Bay, and not this weekend, but next weekend you can catch me playing in Apple 2.0. Yeah, I think things are finally coming to a head. It is not what I expected 2 years ago, but it's exciting nonetheless. Don't you just love it when a good plan comes together? So, let's go ahead and, what are we getting out of here on today? R.I.P. Acheron?
R.I.P. String theory, temporal continuity.
Well, that's just the thing. From your guys' point of view, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
he's the one who's got to deal with it.
Yeah, he's gonna have to deal with some fucked up shit if he doesn't just like poof away at some point. Like in the middle of the campaign, he's like, okay, guys, the way that we win is, and then he just fucking disappears because he fucked with the timeline and stopped existing. In which case, the campaign ends and we hear, you created a time paradox.
So I guess that means up to this point, he hasn't created one, which means that all of this was meant to happen, or actually happened in its own past.
We're running on that theory that like time self-corrects to the point to where there is no such thing as time paradoxes.
Right.
You guys have seen the Langoliers, right?
Yeah, we're just, as long as we don't get eaten by the meatballs. And as long as we're not scaring the little girl.
Oh, I gotta love it. All right.
I really hope my mic didn't peak on that.
No, not really.
Very clear.
Good.
But yeah, let's go ahead and get, I guess, an RIP to time something. What?
RIP Magnus? Question mark.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, he's dead.
He did. And there's Magnus. He did. R.I.P. Magnus.
Behind every powerful man is a powerful woman.